Hello, I'm Saran, and this is Figure Ground, a video series about spaces between buildings in Melbourne. Today I want to talk about Langs Lane. Langs Lane is located between Bourke Street and Little Bourke Street in the west end of Melbourne CBD. Let's walk together from Little Bourke Street side, heading towards south. This lane is used for car access to the back of the hotel facing Bourke Street and for people to walk through the block to the tram stop on Bourke Street. It seems like one of the dumb laneways in Melbourne, but I feel like this is quite special in multiple ways. One of the reasons is because it offers different functions in this simple, narrow lane. The brick wall on the west side, which is on the right hand side, is being used for a pop-up photography exhibition which has been going for maybe a few months. It's really interesting to see how it changes over time as people start to tag on the images, which is not good, but you can see how it's different from being exhibited in galleries. As you walk through, you realize that the walkway is getting narrower and the walls are getting taller. There's a strong emphasis on the verticality here, and you look ahead and you see trees and shrubs shining under the sun. The gap between the buildings is framing the view. The wash of the light on the walls are kind of making a sense of anticipation as you walk through the lane. Now you are on Bourke Street and the space has suddenly opened up. It's brighter and spacious, and the focus is now on the horizontality of the street. Let's walk to the other side of Bourke Street and look back the lane. This part of the city is usually busy with office workers during the day, on the weekdays. However, since the coronavirus disruption has occurred, it's been quite quiet. Usually there are streams of people walking up the hill towards the center of the city in the morning and coming down to catch the trains or trams in the afternoon. As you can see, Bourke Street is quite wide with trams and roads running in both ways. And now you can see the lane from here, which is really dark and it's really narrow. It can be seen as just a gap between the buildings, but because it's wide enough for people to walk through, I believe it has become one of the popular laneways for local people, mainly for circulation purposes. The greenery that you saw from the other side of the laneway actually belongs to a church. There's a small garden there, and that's the tree that you saw, and here's the shrubs. If the weather is really, really good during the day, you can actually see the leaves shining as gold, and it's so beautiful. But you realize that beauty because of the framed view. Let's walk back to the lane. You see these apartments on the upper west side of the city, and that is one of the reasons why the laneway is frequently used. People come back from the center of the city, for example from Swanson Street, using trams, and you get off at this tram stop and you use Lang's Lane to get back to home. Of course, people can use Spencer Street or King Street to go back to home, but I feel like there's something special about Lang's Lane that people want to use it. I believe one of the reasons is it's invisible from the main street. It's almost as if you are kind of entering into a hidden laneway that many people don't know. It's dark, people think it's a little bit dangerous, but there's lights at night, so it's quite safe. As you enter from Burke Street side, it's really dark and narrow. There is no transition there. It's about 800 millimeters, so people can walk through, but you can't really extend your arms. You hit the walls. As you can see, the buildings on the side have been patched quite a few times, so there are different paints on the walls, different materials, and that applies to the ground as well, from asphalt to the pavers. You might think that the elevated ground on the left hand side doesn't have much meaning, but it functions well when there's a huge truck here and that space is kind of dedicated for pedestrians to walk across. You can also see how the window sills are used. I'm sure it wasn't designed for it, but it's functioning as a small bench, and people sometimes just leave cups there. You see some niches on the side of the lane where sometimes people just want to hang out there. I hope you enjoyed the walk and realize how a simple lane can have multiple functions and a sense of beauty to it. And now you hit Little Burke Street and you look back and you see a slit of greenery in front of a skyscraper. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my blog and I will see you then.